everybody, it's Jill Bloom, publisher of Roofing Contractor, and I am down here in downtown Detroit. I'm going to be doing a safety video here with Tammy Clark and our favorite contractor, Ruben Gonzalez of AIS Construction. They're working on a pretty specialized roof here, and they're going to tell you all about it. So here's Tammy.
Well, hey everyone, Tammy Clark here again. We are downtown Detroit, right across the street from the Greektown Casino, and we're up on a very large commercial building, and we wanted to shoot some video on this particular building rooftop because there are different roof widths, there are different roof elevations, there are flat roofs, there are steep slope roofs, and TPO membrane, you name it, there's lots of different situations here, and there are different fall protection issues here. So what we're doing here right now, we're just doing some prep work. Jill, if you want to show everybody the ladder access, you can see here by the ladder access, we have some ice on this roof that we're standing on. We're inside the warning line right now, so we're perfectly compliant and safe and protected. But you can see the ice along the edge of the roof. And then on the other roof that's adjacent, that runs perpendicular here, you can see
that looks scary. Well, it's melting over because it's in the sun.
Exactly, and that's what I wanted everybody to see. So we can't technically work on the roof that we're standing on right now until we finish our prep work, because we are having to clear away all this ice along the edges at the access points. Now on the narrower roof here that's adjacent, you can see it's all melted, so the guys can go ahead and get started on that. But there are just some different requirements here because we have a wider roof, so we can set up a warning line for fall protection. And then we have a real narrow roof over here that's barely 15 feet wide, and so we cannot set up a warning line on this flat roof, and yet they cannot tie off. What are they going to tie off to? So this is a challenge, and I know that you guys in commercial construction doing these types of roofing membrane projects have these types of situations, and that's what we're going to do some of these videos on. So let us finish with some of our prep work, and then we'll be back and we'll get into the fall protection requirements. Okay everyone, so we are here today with Ruben Gonzalez from AIS Construction, and this is Ruben's project. He is a roofing contractor, and we came out to his project today to walk through some of the challenges that he's having and kind of figure out what we're going to do where. So Ruben, can you explain to everybody what the scope of work is on this project and the different, roofing sections and elevations and what you're dealing with here?
Yep. So on this section here, we did a tear off, installed ISO board, and then all perimeter sheets because that's what they wanted for the warranty. Down there it's going to be silicone. Our only good days to do that is tomorrow because of the weather. And then up there it's going to be Aero Web and Helix, all glued down, no fasteners. And then on the other side where you can barely see on the other side of the parapet, that's going to be a full tear off, 2 layers of 2.6 ISO. And again, it'll all be Aero and Helix.
Okay, so you can see we have different elevations, we have different roof access and egress points, and lots of challenges because we're also dealing with snow and ice in Michigan in the winter. So this was a great opportunity for me to come out here and have Ruben's crew set up the warning line system, because working on a low slope roof, which you know is anything that is a 412 pitch down to flat, there are some things that you can do and you can't do, but there are some allowances that allow you to work a little bit easier on a low slope or flat roof. So we set up a warning line system on this roof area here because, what is this, 20 feet in width?
Yeah.
So we have 20 feet to work with here. So the roofers are going to be working inside the warning line, and when we're inside this fully enclosed line, you do not have to have any other fall protection. The requirements for fall protection come in when you step outside, when the roofers have to work between the warning line and the roof edge. They either must be harnessed, they must be protected by a harness, or a safety monitor, which in a situation like this, a safety monitor makes me very nervous, as I'm sure it does you, because the roof gets very slippery and icy, and so the guys are still exposed to falls. So when we're in this section here, and you can see, Jill, if you want to show the ladder here, we have a ladder access here where they step off, walk into this fully enclosed. A warning line system requires that you have a fully enclosed chute. So this gate right here, we just take this, we open this back and forth. We allow people to walk in, and we have a fully enclosed warning line system here. When this is not in use, we just close the gate per the requirements. So we have flags, warning line systems. They have to be set up a minimum of 6 feet from all edges. They have to have the stanchions that have the flags that are pulled tight. There's no sag lower than 32 inches, or excuse me, 34 inches. And they have to be flagged at every 6 feet. So this tape here is good because it also has the rope on the inside that meets the tensile strength requirements, and the flags every few feet, so every couple of feet here. So this line is set up compliant, this whole warning line system. When the guys have to go down here on this roof section, it's only 15 feet wide. As you can see, there's nothing to secure an anchor point for a harness to, so they would either have to fly up, like a gator type of system. It's really like a crawler, right? We fly it up, it's really heavy, secure it to the rooftop, and you can tie 3 or 4 people off to it. But the problem is they're very heavy and they'll damage the roof system. So you have to look at every roofing system, every scenario, every situation, and determine what fall protection systems are right for you based on the OSHA requirements, and when do you have a requirement to write up a site-specific safety plan with alternative options due to feasibility issues. So with this one, it's a challenge. What we're going to do is we're going to have the guys tied off, because if they fall off that far side there, it's 5-6 stories high. And a safety monitor alone makes me a little nervous. So they can tie off to the columns here, but then this is fall protection if they fall on the back side. If they fall this side, they're going to have too much rope, and it's called the swing radius issue, and they'll hit the ground. So we are going to set up a warning line system, just a line across the back, and to not allow the guys to get any closer to the edge than we need them to be, so they don't fall this way. So as you can see, fall protection is very challenging, and it requires us to look at everything site specific and look at the roof widths, look at the products and the materials, the winter conditions. You can't allow anybody to work on anything that's icy, slippery, snowy until you make it sufficient. So we've spent some time up here today just making this sufficient for us to even get up here and set up these warning lines. And then when we're working on the steep slope roof in the back, we're going to have everybody harnessed. They'll be able to tie off and harness on those systems, so we won't have to worry about a warning line. And you can't use a warning line system like this on anything steeper than a 412 pitch roof. So we just thought this was a really fun project to get on downtown Detroit here with lots of challenges. So thank you, Ruben, for opening up your project to us, for training. Thanks for paying attention, and for obviously protecting your people and lots of different challenging situations. So what is your biggest challenge on this project? What has it been, and what have you done to kind of resolve your major concerns?
So yeah, it's harnesses for sure, safety for the guys up here. This is the most dangerous part, is up here. Down there not so much, because there's nowhere for them to fall. They'll slide down into the valley. There's a wall there. And then I guess the other thing is it's all concrete deck, but that's obviously not a safety concern. But yeah.
But it's hard for anchoring.
Right.
So you have to find anchor points, and you have to anchor into something that will support and sustain 5,000 pounds of force. So when you're dealing with a concrete deck, that can be a challenge. And you're just always looking for, where can we anchor that won't give our guys too big of a swing radius? When do we need to use a safety monitor because it's not feasible to use conventional fall protection? And when do we need to set up a warning line? So lots of challenges with this one. So it's a great project. Right in Greektown. Smells so good out here. I'm getting hungry. Yeah. Well, thank you again, Ruben. And if you need any help throughout the project, just give me a call. You know where to find me.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Tammy and Ruben. And if anybody has any questions for us, it's roofingcontractor.com. And while you're there, make sure you sign up for all our free content, especially our e-news, our website. Follow us on all our social media channels so you can stay up to date in all the great videos we're doing, especially we are with Tammy and with Ruben. And stay safe and healthy. All right, we'll talk to you next time.